Malaysia is not lacking in good content, critical people, or talented filmmakers. But it's a really hard industry to survive in. There's no support for documentary financially, very little for training, and also kind of peer support. Everybody wants to be a feature film director, short film director, but to make films that matter on not popular or commercial subjects, I think it takes passion. It takes diligence. But yeah, I think it's growing, and I think with people like bringing down people like Marcus for masterclass, and featuring and showcasing a lot of good documentaries, not made in Malaysia, but documentaries to aspire to. I think in the long run, the industry will kind of increase. It'll be better in the long run. Yeah, I think with documentaries, I think you have to start with passion on a topic or a profile that you're really interested in, and then you also need to hone your film skills, to be able to make a really impactful documentary. And once you see your film making so much of impact on the audience and also on maybe the lives of the profiles and people like them, you get hooked. The funding wise, we have very minimal funding for prizes and for some logistical matters, but we rely a lot on maybe some minimal donation, which we are charging this year, to just get things like logistics covered, and inviting filmmakers here. So I think festivals needs to be supported by their audience. We can go on getting money from the government or funding from everywhere else, but why? If the audience is not putting in $5, $10 or $20 to watch a documentary, then sometimes I don't see the reason for the festival to exist. I'm starting to think like that. Seriously, the audiences need to support us. If you don't do that, we have to close. And it's sign of times. If, say for example, our audience is getting less, they refuse to pay, then we need to close. There's no demand for it. Seriously, for me, the films this year are great. I love all of them. This one's like, yeah, I just wish more people watch them. But in terms of I think like previous years, we had more support because we screen Malaysian films. Films that were made for the festival and with topics that were kind of like edgy, and they were hot topics in Malaysia. So I saw more Malaysians coming out and more excited about the films. But this year, I did more like films that were related to Malaysia, but hoping that like say maybe you bring a Burmese film and a Burmese filmmaker, and he shares about what happened in his country, which is quite similar to Malaysia. So I'm not sure. I'm trying to encourage regional sharing, but I think needs to warm up. People need to see, oh, it's not just about Burma, it's also about Malaysia. It's about things that happen in both countries. We can share strategies, we can learn from one another. So that needs to catch on. It hasn't yet.